Alright, everybody, we are back at it. This time with Asui 4. 5 hand size, 33 health character with Chaos, Life, and Water. It says response, after you play a high or low block, it gains Breaker 1. And then response once per turn, after you check a ranged or charge attack, add it to your hand. If that check was made to play an attack, that attack gets +3 speed. I don't know how I feel about this character. I love the response. I think the response is really cool. After you play a high or low block, it gains Breaker 1 is such a neat ability. Hey, if you mono high or mono low, I'm going to say that you're going to have a bad time. You're going to have a bad time. Or you play a mid and I partial block, you're going to have a bad time. But the bottom response is so interesting because after you check a ranged or charge attack, add it to your hand. That's really good. If that check was made to play an attack, that attack gets +3 speed. Also very good, but it feels very bad to, you know, check an attack on an attack. So, like, I guess it, like, makes up for the fact that we checked an attack on an attack. I get the attack that I checked, and then +3 speed to this one, which is pretty good. My other thing about this card, and I think it's interesting, right, is Asui 1 and Asui 3 say that you... Asui 1 and Asui 3 say that you want to... what am I saying? Asui 1 and Asui 3 want to, like, commit and re-ready their character. And Asui 2 and Asui 4 just want to stay ready. It's interesting. It's interesting that they have done that with these characters. Yeah, after you play... If you take a range card, ranged or charge attack, add it to your hand. This character does get to go just pick up Tasty Riff if she checks them, which is neat. I think the big issue that I have here is just she's 5 hand size. But I guess if you gave a 6-hander this top defensive ability, I think it'd be really toxic. So I think that I'm okay with her being a 5 hand size with this defensive ability. She's going to have really, really stellar blocks, though, in order to stay alive. Because I don't think that this response does enough offensively. I see no reason to play this over 3. I agree, Jam. I'm still an Asui 3 fan. But we'll just have to see what her kit looks like. And we're starting off with the ultra rare Camouflage Counter. I wonder what this card looks like on paper. Like, visually, I think this card is going to look okay digitally. I wonder what this card looks like on paper. 4/3, 2 high block, charge ranged stun 1. Say 2 low block with a 2 low for 4 with a 2 high block. Response card pool : after another attack deals damage, add this card to the top of your deck. Your next check to play a card gets +1. And then Asui response: commit 1 foundation : after this attack resolves, add it to the top of your deck. Your next check to play a card gets +1. Interesting. So if we are... So obviously people know about the loop with this card of you play the All Might 3 diff, Life, All Match, Foundation, 3 diff, go. All Might's Mentorship. You play All Might's Mentorship, and then you play Camouflage Counter, and then you play a second Camouflage Counter that deals damage, and you snap this to the top of the deck. You then get to respond with All Might's Mentorship, draw a card, discard a card. You play the new Camouflage Counter. You snap the one in the card pool to the top and then draw. And so you turn every card in your hand into a Camouflage Counter. Seems pretty good. But the bottom response, commit 1 foundation after this attack resolves, add it to the top of your deck. Your next check to play a card gets +1. Seems pretty okay. It just says that you clear your card pool by 1, but you're checking a 4. But you have to commit a foundation to do so? My big issue here, and as somebody who loves All Might Mentorship infinites, right? All Might Mentorship loops. As Redcule says, it's just for 4. I think you have to figure out a way for it not to be 4 damage, right? For me, I think the character that does this idea the best is just Toga 1. She wants to have cards in her card pool. She draws bonus cards whenever they deal damage. She adds speed to the move, and she pumps damage for very free with things like bench pressing. I think that this card in Toga 1 could be very neat. But besides that, I don't really know. Like, All Might's Mentorship, it just needs a little bit more damage. Like, the difference between the Hard Barrage idea of it doing 5 damage base versus this doing 4 damage base, there's been some times where I actually play all the cards out of my hand with a Hard Barrage loop, and I barely kill them with +5 damage. +4 damage is really, really hard, I think. But we'll see what the rest of it looks like. We have a Leaping Tongue Lash. It's a 5/3 4 high for 5 with a 1 low block. It says your next charge or ranged attack gets +2 speed and +2 damage. So I really like this in Water Ochako as a budget option if you don't have Vast Chimera Krakens. This is a 7 high for 5 that says your next charge attack gets +2/+2. So either +2/+5 or +5/+2. Very, very quality. Very, very quality if you're playing charged Ochako 4. Very neat. Another one of these common cards that I actually really like. I like these common cards that like aren't just an EX out or just a powerful out. I think that giving my next one +2/+2 is pretty decent on a pretty decently statted attack. Yeah, I like this one. I think this one's cool. Also, this has a really solid 1 low block specifically for Asui. So we can have a 1 low block with Breaker 1. Feels okay. Feels pretty good. We'll move on to our last card in the set. Sweet Satisfaction. 2/5/3 low block response commit. After you play a keyword ability, draw 1 card. If it's your rival's turn, gain 1 health. So in Asui 3, or Asui 4, excuse me, every time that we breaker block, every time we use a higher low block, we can draw a bonus card, as well as gain an extra health. I think this is neat. I think this is also pretty decent with like, oh, I'll stun you, or I'll use a I guess combo's not a keyword ability, right? It's just a combo's just a keyword. I stun you, or I breaker you, or powerful EX echo, and just response commit, draw 1 card. It's just got a bit of like passing the torch energy, but it's a little bit harder of a hoop to jump through, which I think is okay. I think that the cards that say draw 1 card being on 2 diffs is totally okay. This is also a commit cost, not a flip cost. And understanding that commit costs are inherently slower for decks than flip costs. Flip draw 1 card says that I'm going to try and kill you. I want to beat your ass. This is the turn that I'm going to explode and do something crazy. But commit says that I want to save it for defense. I want to calculate and make sure that I'm slowing down, because committing cards on your turn says that you don't kill them. Combo is a keyword ability. Combo is a keyword. I don't think it's a keyword ability. I don't think you can play a keyword ability. The combo enhance is not a keyword ability. It is just a keyword. Sorry. Let me get it to it. Let me set it straight, right? Playing playing the combo enhance on a card is not playing a keyword ability. It is playing an enhance. It is not playing a keyword ability. But it is a keyword ability, but you can't play that keyword ability. Can you activate powerful EX and discard 0 momentum? No, Denden. You have to discard at least 1. The reason that I know that it doesn't work, chat, is because where is it? I'm about to be a crazy boomer for a second. So enjoy this. I know it had these two. I think it had this. Yes. So this card, as we can see, you know what? This card said response destroy after your opponent plays a keyword ability, cancel its effects. We don't care about the second part. This card was a staple on a lot of decks and could not stop the combo keyword. Back to Asui. Whoa, she's so big. The answer is this card is good. The answer is this card is good. My question for you, though, chat, is do you like the kit? So combo is just a keyword gate to activate your enhance. Correct, Denden, and that's exactly how I like to explain it. Right? The combo enhance is a grayed out enhance that as soon as you have the combo requirement active, it becomes yellow again. My personal opinion is I think that Asui 4 is very, very neat, and it is a real shame that Asui 3 exists. Just a real shame that Asui 3 exists. I think that I would like and I would play this character. But Asui 3 is a hell of a drug. Asui 3 fires some neurons. If I was allowed to stack characters, if I could stack Asui 3 and Asui 1 together, I'd be so in. I'd be so in. Inside of Retro, I think that I'm going to probably play some form of like an Asui 1, Asui 2, Asui 1, Asui 3, Asui 4 gauge deck. I think that sounds very, very cool. I think that sounds very, very cool. I'm into that. I'm into that. It's neat. That's neat. But with that said, you guys, thank you much for watching. I do greatly, greatly appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and move on to the last character of all of the back page 4-card supports. And that is